Welcome to an episode of Drinks and Thinks. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe.
Yes, very important.
Very important. You got to do that right now. Subscribe.
Before we start, please do that and we'll sit here and wait. Okay, thank you so much.
You tricked me.
Yeah, did I really? I think for today's episode, and I've kind of kept this, I've been a little tight-lipped about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me.
I have a story that happened to me in high school. Traumatized me a little bit.
You okay?
Day
by day, baby.
Day by day. It's something I'll get over. Before I get into it, I want to loosen up a little bit.
Of course.
If that's cool with you.
Yeah.
We could do a little
Pop that
shot.
top up.
Oh. No, I'm going to shot. I'm going to do a shot. I'll leave my shirt on.
Here we go. I thought.
Here we go. There she goes.
Love that sound.
Ooh, it's a great sound. To my childhood.
So talk to me, big guy. What happened to you back in high school?
I avoided a possible scary situation. Something that lasted almost 4 years. Okay? Do you understand?
I'm trying to follow.
I can
try
see
to follow
that.
a little bit.
Yeah, I understand that.
I know this is hard for you to talk about, so let's start at square one.
Okay.
Let's start at square one. Tell me what happened at the beginning. How did it start? What is this about?
It's essentially a relationship that formed that I was unaware of, but a certain teacher maybe thought there was a little bit more involved in our relationship, if you catch my drift.
Okay. Was this teacher a male or female?
He was a male.
She was a male.
It was a male teacher.
Male teacher. But you feel like this teacher thought there was a little bit more between you two than there was.
No, it's not like I gave him anything to think that. He just, I think, was a creepy teacher that was preying on me. And probably preyed on
you
others.
coming in as a freshman. And you just go,
oh,
that's him.
Yeah, that's fresh meat. Freshman year, I'm not even going to say what he taught.
Yeah, leave it kind of vague just in case.
I'm sitting in his class and like he's like a cool teacher. Was very engaged and he's a funny dude. He like gives students shit, makes fun of people, and it's cool. It's like this really cool, comfortable classroom atmosphere. And then there was one day where like I was like a pretty good student. I wasn't like a troublemaker, especially as a freshman when I'm like new as a student.
Right.
And one day I'm sitting in class and like he gives me a detention. Like he asked me to stay after class. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something that was like, to me it was like really peculiar.
Oh, you didn't do anything worthy of a detention.
I wasn't being a bad student at all. It was just like, Mr. Oakes, can you stay after class, please? Well, why? Well, it's going to be a detention. So I stayed after class with him. I sat there with a bunch of other fucking, rotten kids. Sitting there in detention for the first time, like terrified. This teacher is just kind of, well, how you liking this, Mr. Oakes? Enjoying this? Sitting at his desk kind of watching
Teasing.
me. Yeah, almost like, yeah. But I didn't think about it like that way. I was just like, oh, he's loving this. Like, he's kind of busting my balls.
Right.
And then he comes up and he kind of like scoots up, pulls the chair backwards. We're like face to face. Look at you. First time in detention, it seems like, huh? Like just... So that was it. It wasn't anything creepy.
At that point, you're not thinking anything of it.
No, not at all. And years go by. We formed this relationship. We like busted each other's balls.
He was
like,
the cool teacher.
Yeah, and the older we got, it was like...
It was mano-y-mano right there.
Right.
That was the first thing, looking back in hindsight, that you noticed that was like, maybe that was a little bit weird.
Yes.
Okay. But then you go through school.
I go through school and like...
Okay, because then I had him senior year.
Right. And so Richie had this teacher senior year, and at this point, I had to form some relationship with him for whatever it's worth.
Right.
And I felt comfortable with him, So Richie's in his class, and I'm a senior, so I'm kind of ditching class and like not giving a shit.
Yeah.
I knew Richie and a bunch of my other buddies were with this teacher, like they had, class. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do? Like a genius, something. I went up there and I knocked on the door. Or maybe the door was open.
I remember you would come in sometimes and like, because he was funny. Like, so you'd come in and we'd all just make fun of each other. He would make fun of us. Like, we'd just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
It was a very open classroom. Mm-hmm. So this one day you came in and you decided to be...
So I was a little risque, and Richie and 3 other like of my friends, that were in the class, and like I said something to the teacher. He was right there, and I looked at the class and I said something. And then, unbeknownst to the class, like I had the back of my pants down, so my ass was out, like covered by my shirt. And I went like, all right, I'm out of here. And then, I had like this. My ass is out, by the way. All right, guys, see you later. My full ass was out, so I mooned the whole class.
The whole class loved it. Got a kick out of it.
Oh yeah, everyone loved it. And then the teacher he just goes like, okay. And that was it. And then I walked out and nothing happened. And then when I got home, my parents were both sitting in their recliners. Well, how was your day today? Anything happen or like anything interesting go on? I go, no. We go, well, that's interesting because we got a call from the police today that you mooned a teacher. And that's when I lost my mind.
I remember it happening. Like, it wasn't a big... Like, everybody just thought it was funny.
I mean, it's wicked inappropriate. But for... I guess looking back, like, it was like, well, you know, the teacher is like, whatever, like, you guys, but I guess there was other people in the class probably didn't want to see my ass.
Yes, but I mean, technically, yes. But I think... In that class, I remember what class it was specifically, and it wasn't very many people. It was like 8 people.
Yeah, it was a small class.
It was like an advanced class, and so everybody not to
clearly
brag,
I was not in that.
Not to brag, advanced. Everybody in there knew who you were,
right? Because of my popularity,
of course. My brains, your personality, dynamic duo,
right? Tag team.
So it just wasn't weird for anybody in the class because it was just like, oh, Ian's just being funny. And he didn't say anything even after you left. He just went back to like his computer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing.
God knows what he was doing there. So like my parents talk to me and I like lose my shit.
Were you so mad to the point of like tearing up? You know, when you were young, like crying.
Yeah,
so much.
I think I was.
He called the police on you.
He called the police on me in school, like police officer.
Right.
So he reported it to that and called like my parents essentially. So it wasn't like technically like a police report, but it was just like we're telling the cop and we're going to scare him a little bit.
Make sure he stops showing his ass.
Yeah, wicked inappropriate. Now I think look back on it, like I would never do that now.
You've gone through the weird, like the staying after him coming on to you, but maybe being a little flirtatious. Looking back at it,
he was absolutely being flirtatious.
Number 2,
and then like so he's being flirtatious and like. I think that continued on throughout all of high school, but I didn't take it that way.
But you thought you guys were buddies.
Right, until upon looking back at it. And then like an idiot, to this guy that clearly, in my opinion, is like pretty interested, I show him my ass. But Tim is like, oh my God, the Holy Grail.
God, yeah.
Oh, are you I can't.
I am.
Sitting at his desk is like, here he comes. His fucking ass. He just has to quickly like... gets into his brain. And then later, the tip of the iceberg was, you know, I'm walking through the halls of school by myself. It's like the middle of class, you know, I asked to go to the bathroom or something. So I'm just walking down the hall by myself. There's no one in the halls. This teacher is coming down the hall, you know, so we're walking towards each other. And in between us is the bathroom. So I see him, I don't say anything to him. And I just, you know, go right into the bathroom, go to the urinal. And I'm sitting there, standing. I don't sit when I pee.
Yeah, you don't sit on the urinal.
No. So I'm standing there and peeing. I hear footsteps come in because I know that there was no one else out there. Because remember we had like big brick barriers, that were like the barriers, so you couldn't see that. Like it wasn't just a hear; it was like
big guys.
So you couldn't tell. So I'm peeing, and all of a sudden I hear.
Yeah,
well, I hear footsteps like coming. I'm like, well, maybe they're just going next to me, and then it's like, well, it's going. That's right behind me right now.
Right behind you.
Yeah, like a fucking horror movie. And then I just hear this. Stage fright, Mr. Oakes? And I look, and it's this teacher has approached me from behind. I was at the far urinal, so the wall is right here, and he just came up right behind me, asked me if I was having stage fright trying to take a pee. I don't even think I said anything. And then he just walked out.
You know what's crazy? If you're at the end urinal at the wall.
At the wall, the very far end.
Maybe if you're at like the first urinal, as somebody's walking by, you could say that as a joke, like, "Oh, what do you got, stage fright?" As you're going by,
and that's a bold move. Me even saying that to you, and we're the same age, you know, is like,
bold move.
Oh, get out of here, you fuck!
But for a teacher who's probably 50, 60 years old at the time,
dude, that's beyond inappropriate.
Walking to the far wall where there's no other space to go.
You're taking a pee.
Where's the wall? Here?
Yeah, the wall's right.
The wall's right here. This is the wall. I'm peeing. Peeing, having a good day. I can just the factory right there.
Are you having stage fright, Mr. Janess? I mean, that guy needs to go to jail. Are you having get out of here, dude?
Yes, I am. You're talking to my ear. I'm trying to take a piss.
That kind of led me to believe, like, oh,
like that trigger. That was the trigger of something's weird.
Right. And then come to find out, yeah, there was some allegations as well that
looking up some stuff that probably shouldn't.
Right. And so all of those, there was some allegations, this and that, and it was like, oh my God, I'm a fucking freshman in high school, like so innocent, just baiting me.
For 4 years. Fuck. He had like a little he was like a candy truck, like,
oh yeah.
Come little kids, here's the candy.
Okay!
And you fell right into it.
Can I be in your class?
How are you doing these days?
I'm still a little traumatized.
Yeah, I mean, apparently it still sticks with you.
No, it does a little bit, because it could have. There's people that shit gets out of control.
Yeah, that's like watching one of those like detective shows where it's like all it takes is one time for it to like tip the other way.
Very,
Like-
very scary.
Like people get like murdered and like shit.
Well, yeah, you're damn right. So nothing happened. I mean, that was the end of it. I never spoke to him again, but that was something that happened in my life, and now you guys know about it.
I appreciate you opening up to me, and I think they probably appreciate that as well.
I don't know if that was an entertaining story or if it's even funny story or not. I mean, to Richie and I, it's like a funny story because he knows me and like I get myself, my life's like an episode of Seinfeld kind of where I just get myself into these situations.
Thank you for watching this episode of Drinks and Thanks, Ian. I'd like to thank you personally for opening up,
You're very welcome.
telling everybody a little about yourself. 'Cause
Yeah, well, you know,
I think the people want to know. Make sure you open the description below. Follow the links there. The most important thing to do, though, you want to know what it is?
Oh, dying to know. You gotta subscribe. Oh, you gotta
Tell them what to do.
somewhere in one of these areas. Where do you think it is, Titch? Just fucking hit it somewhere. God damn it!
The thing is, too, you could hit it and then not watch the videos. Just give us the numbers.
I'll take numbers.
Take numbers.
I want him to watch it.
I would like him to watch it,
Yeah,
too.
please do.
He's opening up to you
God
guys.
damn
Watch
it!
the damn
I put
video.
my heart on the line here.
Damn it.
They're fucking putting on the. Oh, damn it! My rings.
It broke.
No, it didn't.
No. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back again next week. Until then, keep on
Trucking on.
Trucking on.
Yeah, trucking on.
Keep on trucking
on.
Keep on trucking on.
I
Keep on trucking on.
I just keep on trucking on. I say,
Keep on trucking on. Keep on trucking on.
I say,
Keep on trucking on. I say, keep on trucking on.
Cow, cuckoo, da, cuckoo, cuckoo, da.